sorry. I realized very late that I didn't actually set up the freaking stream video thing. So, unlike Twitch, where I can just like turn the stream on and be good to go, YouTube makes you literally make the stream almost like a video before you go live, and that always throws me. That absolutely always throws me, and I'm like, I'm ready. It turns out I'm not ready at all, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess we feel it out from here. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to more Pikmin 4 Piclopedia, actually the treasure catalog. We haven't gotten to the Piclopedia yet, technically. It's been a very emotional, very, very dramatic reading of treasure. Because there's a whole lot of lore in it that I wasn't expecting, but you know. Hey, Potato, good to see you. Hi, Jaboka. Time for more Olimar family drama. I know, right? That's like, I feel like that's the whole thing that's keeping me really hooked, is that there is some family drama for sure. Absolutely. I don't know what it is about this game and just like squeezing in drama where it can, but man, I imagine we'll at least finish the treasures today. Yeah, we will at least finish the treasures today. Today's the last day for the treasures, and then we can move on to the actual Piclopedia. I wonder how much Olimar lore there is. I don't remember. Oh, I'm sure there's still a bit more. I expect more pain and suffering going through. Frankie Phillips, thank you so much for the 14-month membership, dude! And Green Draco 313, thank you so much for the $5 super chat before I even started the stream. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, I'm not able to watch the stream because I have things to do, but I'll still leave this super chat. Bless you! Thank you! I don't know if Green Draco is gonna watch the VOD, but hey, just in case. Green Draco, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. I appreciate that. Hi, Dragon Super! Welcome to the stream. Hi, Cliff Harry Rocks. Hi, Masaya. I'm just in time after my 10,000 step walk for Pikmin Bloom's December Community Day. I should get back into Pikmin Bloom. I haven't played it in a minute, but I also have been walking a lot recently, and now I feel like I have missed out on a whole lot of Pikmin Bloom. But it's okay. After the fruit combo last stream, I went and found passion fruit ice cream, and my gods. You like it, huh? Passion fruit is so good. No, save yourself? Dude, I have been all in on Pikmin Bloom since it came out. Oh, you're talking to Katagi. Never mind. Sorry, I didn't realize you guys were fighting. It's such a normal occurrence that I feel like I am... It's like... selective attention. It didn't even like occur in my brain that you were like snapping back. I got myself and my mom hooked on Pikmin Bloom. Heck yeah! I really like Pikmin Bloom. It's just passive enough where it's just like I'm making progress in something while I'm making my steps, but I also, you know, I don't have to be on it all day long. That was the one thing about Pikmin Go that I couldn't really get into, specifically because Pikmin Go, you really need to be paying attention. I'm like, I loved it while I was playing it, don't get me wrong, but Pokemon Go just like takes up so much of your attention. Did I say Pikmin Go? I meant Pokemon Go, sorry. They both start with P. They both start with P! Actually, they both start with P and end in N. And they both have like a K right in the middle. Pikmin is just like one step away from Pokemon. I never actually realized that. Yeah, PKMN can stand for Pokemon or Pikmin. really are almost the same. I never realized that. My only contribution to the fruit topic right now is I received pink guava puree from work. Ooh. Yum. Speaking of fruit, I ended up getting a cranberry habanero hot sauce today. 9 out of 10. It's so good. That does sound good. That sounds spicy as heck. Habaneros? Yikes. But that sounds yummy, though. Nice sneaks through trees. Both are filled with all sorts of wacky creatures, too. You right? Dude, I didn't know that Pikmin was just Pokemon, but, you know, but tiny. Hi, Wendy. Funny enough, I just came back from Pokemon Go Community Day. Heck yeah, how's it going? It's going good. It's going good. I got a little bit flustered because I wasn't prepared for the stream initially. I basically, like, just wrapped up the episode for Super Mario RPG today. So, I was rushing a little bit. I definitely was rushing a bit. Say, have you looked into the yellow dragon fruit? I heard you guys talking about dragon fruit last time. I saw your message about that, and I have never seen yellow dragon fruit before. But you know something? If I ever do see yellow dragon fruit, I'm definitely gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up and I'm gonna try it. I am always down to try new fruits and veggies and foods in general. Pikmin is Pokemon, but the creatures you battle with die with worrying regularity. True. I mean, when you're right, right? When you're right, you're right. It seems a bit pulpier than regular dragon fruit. Interesting. I don't remember much about the texture of dragon fruit when I had it, but still. Let's see. Very sweet and kind of wet, kind of like how a lemon or orange is wet when you cut into it. Ah, that sounds right up my alley. I mean, like, my whole issue with dragon fruit in general is that it doesn't taste like anything. It isn't very sweet. So if there's like a sweet version of dragon fruit, I am all down to give that a go. Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm gonna scoot that up a little bit. There we go. I got this. Hi, James! Will you get a new Mario RPG video today? Yes! It actually goes up in like 30 minutes. Actually, no, not 30 minutes. In like 7 minutes. I was late. I woke up late today, and so I was definitely rushing around a bit. So the Super Mario RPG video is going up a little bit behind schedule, but it is. I think I covered all my bases on it. Yellow almost tastes almost like a sweet lemon? Mmm. I'm down with that. I love lemons. Yeah, I haven't seen the red flesh dragon fruit yet, but I'm gonna be poking around. Maybe when I mosey over to like a market. Okay, I think we're ready to go. I don't want to spend like 40 minutes talking about fruit like I did last time. Hi, Steampunk Weasel! Glad I can catch a stream today. I had to go VOD Squad last week because I had D&D. That's valid! That's a valid reason to not be at a stream, dude. I love D&D. Heck yeah, I hope it went well. Alright, so here we are. We have arrived. I'm gonna make sure that we start relatively on time as opposed to last time. View treasures. Let's see. I don't really remember where we left off. I'm sure it'll come back to me shortly. Yeah, we read all that. Ah, here we go. Yeah, we finished up this line, and then we got to Gifts from the Sage series. Yeah, we should be able to finish this off pretty quickly, right? Right, I think so. My D&D campaign finale starts next week. I'm so excited! Ooh, have fun! Good luck! That's always bittersweet. Not me sobbing and bawling like an actual baby when Misdemeanor ended. When I found my character touched a thing she definitely shouldn't have, and now has to worry about the consequences. Ah, the consequences of my actions. The best part about D&D. I got you. I got you. My character currently is also going through some emotional consequences, TM. Thankfully, she isn't the gremlin type, so she hasn't gotten her hands on anything yet, but my poor little D&D baby just has trauma, that's all. Okay. Let's see. So, heat sensor. We're gonna start off with this. Hold on, I want to take a look at how much we actually have left. Oh yeah, we have a chunk. We have a chunk to go. That'll take a minute. Oh! 36.8 Celsius. Is that a fever? Oh, what is that? Hold on. I want to see what that actually is. 36.8 Celsius to Fahrenheit. It is 98.24, so it's literally like the standard heat for thermometers. Okay. Touch the tip of this device to your cheek and you'll find the number that appears there matches the warmth of your heart. When faced with stress or anger, apply this sensor to your skin. Is the number higher? If so, it's time to focus on keeping your cool. I don't think that's how that works. I don't think that's how that works. I think you're pretty incorrect there, Snoz. Quantifying the warmth in your heart. What a brilliant idea! The next time there's a mix-up between my wife and me, I can just show her the numerical value of my feelings for her. Then we could use it on her and... Actually, that part might backfire! Dude. No. This is the first entry we're reading today! Don't say that! No! Don't say that! Man! Alright. We're starting early. We're off to a great start. I thought we were gonna have at least a few entries before we got to pain. Jeez. Alright, Olimar. Fine. I licked the smaller end, and it was a little bit salty. The rest was pretty unappetizing. Louie, please. Please, my dude. Goodness gracious. I hope that's not a butt thermometer. He's out here licking it. Michael Lawless, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, dude. Hey, Masay, can't stay long, so I'm gonna tell one joke and head out. What do you call a paper airplane that can't fly? Stationary. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Alright, next one. This timepiece doesn't measure the passage of time in general, but the passage of time as felt by the one holding it. The user presses the top button once per second, but how fast or slow they press it depends on what a second feels like to them. Profound. Okay, Snoz. Tasks in space require accurate timing. Docking a spaceship is a good example of that. If the monitors on my ship were to break, I'd need to measure time using my instincts alone. This is the perfect tool to help me develop an accurate sense of time. I think it's just a counter, dude. I think y'all are using this wrong. Would be handy to have when collecting fruit and you're too tired to keep count. This is why Louie is just like the wildest character. Every time these two have the purpose of an item completely wrong, Louie's instincts kick in and he's just like, I know exactly what this is for. This is a counter, you peasants. This enormous computing machine not only allows for complex number crunching, but ensures these critical calculations can be completed whenever needed. Note the enormous solar cell that powers it. Whoever built this marvel has harnessed the incandescent fury of the sun itself and used it for math! I guess this would be very, very interesting to, like, someone who's tiny, right? Someone's super tiny and then they see this giant solar panel. Louie has only two extremes. He really does. Louie has no middle ground. Either he's making complete sense and he's actually, like, you know, actually stating something pretty cool, or he's just being a complete chaos gremlin and ruining everyone's lives. This calculator has lorem ipsum on it, which is funny. Wait a second. Wait, really? Oh my god, it does. This calculator has lorem ipsum on it. Alright. Neat. Does it have it on the back, too? Oh no, it just still says solar calculator. I may be able to embed this on the wall of the ship's computer room. It should be useful for making manual calculations should the ship's AI never crash unexpectedly. Space pilots need to be prepared for any emergency, and I'll take all the help I can get. I'm not sure if I'm using this thing correctly. It looks like it has buttons, but they can't be pushed. They're just squishy buttons. They're just squishy buttons, baby. Hey Blaze, how's it going? This clever exercise machine combines the joys of doing math with the thrill of physical exertion. When performing complex math tasks, simply jump from key to key to key. I dare say finding solutions to math problems have never been so fun. Oh no. This is an extremely sturdy calculator. I never thought sturdy... Oh, excuse me. Okay, was never a necessary quality for a calculator, but I do recall my wife recalculating our monthly budgets multiple times after shopping trips with extreme vigor. And the calculators I've used for both life and work do have a tendency to get thrown around. I guess the craftsman on this planet had the right idea. Oh no. It's a nice place to lay and think about the day. The adjustable pads mold to your body shape. Once again, like, Olimar and Schnoz have basically the right idea, and Louie is just like, it's a bed. This is a bed. Oh yeah, little hot dogs! Alien invasion? No, it's just an octopus. Or is it? There's something quite strange about this one. Could it be a new species, perhaps? Well, whatever this thing is, the way its adorably beady eyes stare unblinkingly at me, I'm almost certain it is communicating telepathically with me. I want to make little octopus, hot dogs. I've never done that. I want to do that. A strange life form that mimics an octopus. We've discovered other creatures that use mimicry, but in this case, it's fairly unconvincing. Why am I yawning? Stop yawning! I'm not even sure it is a life form. I intend to dissect it to investigate further, but first I will try one tiny bite. I'm concerned that his immediate reaction is dissect it. I just yawned. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm good. I mentioned it last stream, but there is something about just like reading things out loud, or singing makes me want to yawn really badly, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm not even tired. It's just something about like reading out loud from like a script like this makes me want to just like stop it. Nope. Nope. No, I'm not tired, and it's definitely not boredom because I'm feeling very excited because I'm here and I'm streaming. But yeah, I think it's lots of talking. It probably has more to do with like oxygen getting to my brain or something. The head and tails have the same flavor and texture. Tastes like fish. Oh, hi, Ultraman! Ultraman Almas has sent a $5 super chat. Thank you. Hello, Masae. Looking forward to more fun of you reading the entries. Me too. I think we're gonna get through all of the treasures today. The Piclopedia itself is probably gonna have to wait, but we're well on our way. Yawning is a reaction to low oxygen saturation, so maybe breathe more? I should, like, put an oxygen reader on my hand and, see if that's true. Maybe I'm just not breathing enough for this. Okay, next one. Mystery squish fish! What a mysterious new species of fish! Its body is transparent, yet inside it's full of black liquid. Give it a good squeeze and this liquid squishes right out. The liquid is tasty, although quite salty, to be honest. Surely that must mean it comes from the sea. Oops. It's disturbing to see a mouth that can be removed like a cap. If it were reattached improperly, would the bodily fluid simply pour right out? I remember when a supposedly airtight container of mine once failed. My bag smelled like onion soup for a week. That is unfortunate. Just one splash of this creature's liquefied innards improves the flavor of any dish. I'll never leave home without it. What is this supposed to be? I actually don't know what this is. Hi, Brett. Welcome. I thought it was gonna be like candy. Is it a soy sauce mystery bottle? Oh, you are correct. It is a clear container in the shape of a fish with a red lid containing a brown liquid, probably soy sauce. Containers like these are used in many takeout shops to distribute soy sauce. Oh, okay. So that's what like Japan's soy packets are like. That's cute. I like that. That's a lot cuter than the like plastic squares that we get here in America. I like that. Okay, yeah. Nudilite shell. This is the fossil of an ancient sea creature. Sure, it looks nothing like a, looks like nothing but a brown blob from above, but flip it over and surprise, it sparkles like a gem lit from the inside. The iridescent pattern reminds of a water-dwelling newt found on my home planet. I feel like that should say reminds me. It reminds me of a water-dwelling newt found on my home planet. This feels incorrect. Sorry, my brain stumbled on that. A fossil excavated at the beach. From its shape, I can deduce that it was cast by an aquatic creature. That could indicate that the current site of the beach was once an ocean floor. It only took one bite of charred space newt to straighten Nana's bad back. I wonder what medicinal properties this might have. Nothing. It's a rock. Hi, Joshua! How's it going? Thank you for coming. I like fossils that are iridescent like that. Yeah, it's really pretty. It reminds me of, like, the inside of oyster shells. It definitely is reminiscent of that to me. Hey! Slipperbug fossil. Clearly this is a fossil of a slipperbug. These creatures lived in ancient times and always traveled in pairs. Quite often, one would get separated from the other and no amount of searching would reunite them. Oh, wait, am I thinking about real slippers? Yes, correct. Man, dude, I feel, hold on, yep. I only have one of my slippers under my desk. That is truth. Literally truth right there. Discovered along a mountain stream, its shape reminds me of a type of footwear used when moving through shallow waters. Perhaps this creature mimicked the shoe prints of this planet's inhabitants as a way to hide in plain sight and steal their food. An excellent tool for mashing and grating fruit. Oh, gosh. What kind of fossil is that actually? It looks like a horseshoe crab. Personally, is what I would say. Trilobite fossil. There it is. That's the right word. Trilobite. Louie's modes are food, lays, intrusive thoughts, and Nana. Too true. Relentless spear. In times of old, competitors would face off against one another to see who could throw this enormous spear the farthest. It was said that the only way to take the winner's spot was to train as relentlessly as the spear flies. That is to say, competitors had to give their all to their spear training. Nothing less than total focus, total dedication, and total confidence would do. Those who give their all found they could throw this spear very far indeed. This spear looks like a rocket from the early days of space exploration. It may even conceal some kind of high propulsive force within. But I hope it has a more romantic story and that it protected explorers as they sailed through space, pursuing their dreams. Or it's just, you know, the bar game that people like to play. Hi, Inks! Good to see you! Man, I suck at darts. Dude, I cannot remember the last time I played darts, but I already know that if I were to play darts, it would be a hazard. 100% would be a horrendous hazard for everyone in the area. 0 out of 10, I don't recommend testing this. Cold to the touch, but fun to climb. Okay. Noble Bidents. This treasure has not only 2 prongs, but 2 personalities. That is, it's so beautifully designed, a noble person might hang it on their wall as a decoration. I don't think that's correct. At the same time, it's so fierce a warrior might use it as a weapon. A spear appreciated by rulers and warriors alike. That is a mighty spear indeed. That is incorrect, dude. My little girl has always been the princess of our household. If there was a miniature version of this, I'd love to present it to her as her own personal fork. I can imagine it now. She'd be so ecstatic, swinging it all around, wreaking havoc, scaring the dog. Never mind. I think our little princess is a tad too spirited for a gift like this. Oh no! Scaring the dog! Please don't stab the dog with a fork. Oh my god. If 2 people work together, they could use it to drop fruit from a considerable height. Horrendous. Oh, that's an ice pick, isn't it? What would you say if I told you this spear is capable of shattering everything from a single solid stone to an entire iceberg? Would you shake your head in disbelief? Well, it's the truth. In fact, it works so well that should you start using it to break things, you might find it hard to stop using it to break things. It's just so satisfying. Of course, that's how one suddenly finds oneself surrounded by nothing but rubble. We're keeping sharp, pointy things out of Snoz's hands, right? We're gonna keep that out of Snoz's hands completely. Never give him anything like that. Careful, this tool is very sharp. Its original owner must have wanted to pierce or crack things open at any cost. As a lover and preserver of unique objects, I'm not quite sure I understand the purpose or value of an item such as this. I graduated from community college this morning. Hey, congratulations! Congratulations to you. That's so exciting. Oh, that's awesome. Good for you. Think of all the hard-shelled snacks I could open with this thing. I mean, like, seafood? Question mark? Oysters? What have you? This desk features a built-in display surely used to show important things such as maps and vital statistics. Yes, surely. You know, the Game Boy. Maps and vital statistics. No doubt many heated discussions have taken place over the matters shown here. One hopes that those who worked and fought at this desk also took breaks for rest and frivolity. Yes. Rest and frivolity. During slow days of work, I like to play this game where I use the zero gravity to float toy rockets in front of the ship's window. Then I act out scenes from my favorite childhood TV show and pretend there's a galactic war going on in the distance. I should probably edit these notes before the president asks to review them. Wait, I love that thought! Wait, I love that thought! So this is literally like his current day hobby. This isn't like something that he did before. This is literally him on slow days at work. I love that. I love that so much. That's cute. Thank you. I'm a first-generation college student, and I'm graduating a semester early, so many reasons to be proud. Oh, that's fantastic. Congratulations again. Absolutely, so many reasons to be proud. Like, in general, already just graduating from college is already a huge deal, but also, like, with that context, fantastic. I clap for you. Amazing. Good job. I jumped out of my skin the first time the display lit up. Little Saz says, that reminds me of how I acted at 10 years old. I would quote scenes from movies for no particular reason and reenact parts that were corny. Oh, bless! That's so cute. That's so cute. I love that. When I was younger, I never really, like, acted things out too much. But one thing that I did do, I would, yeah, I would, like, play movies on my laptop, on like the laptop that I was using. It was actually my parents' laptop, but I would like put the disc in, you know, back when laptops actually had a CD drive, and I would play DVDs. And what I would do, I would take the cursor and I would pretend that the cursor was a character in the movie that I was watching, and I would just like move it along with everyone, and then I would have the cursor like nod and shake in response to things that people were saying, and I would just like sit there and play this little like brain game where I would have cursor I would have this cursor just like go through the whole movie. The cursor, that's genius. Yeah, I would just sit there and just just pretend that this cursor was like either like the sidekick or the mascot or even like the stand-in protagonist. This disc vexes me greatly. I've analyzed it, meditated over it, and even given it a good whack or two, and I still can't decipher its purpose. But drawing upon my rather prodigious treasure knowledge, I surmise it is either a piece of equipment used for gathering solar energy, or it's a weapon capable of reflecting light at troublesome beasts to scare them off. Quite useful either way. I think this might be a tool for warding off predators. Perhaps if I attached it to my back, the creatures of this planet would be deterred from chasing me. I could test this theory on the Pikmin. Of course, they might end up carrying me instead, treasure and all. Oh, it's so shiny. I can't decide if I'm drawn to it or if I should run the other direction. Well, I mean, that's one predator that you can, like, freaking chase off. Louie and stealing all of the freaking fruit for 2 games in a row. Louie. Is Olimar referring to CDs being used to keep birds off of crops? Wait, do people use it for that? Truly? Actually? What? I've never heard of that before. The cross-shaped structure on this device is not only satisfying to press up, down, and side to side, but also clearly moves something. Strange to say, but I almost feel like as though it's controlling me. But who would be controlling me? I must know who it is. Meta. That's what we call meta. I like pressing the different directions of the mathematical symbol, but there's something captivating about the 2 round buttons. I can't help but want to push them over and over and as fast as I can. I don't want to break them, but I don't want to stop either. Let me see. I've seen relatives that did it once. Oh my god. So, does it work? How well did that work to use CDs as, like, bird deterrent? That's interesting. I have literally never heard of that before. Nothing and no one tells me what to eat. True statement. I mean, you know what? I respect it. As wild and as wily as Louie is, I kind of respect it. Spinning, spinning, spinning. These memories are spinning in my head. Or are they memories of spinning itself? Wait, what is happening? I'm starting to believe this mysterious black plank actually contains someone else's memories. Dizzyingly strange. How interesting that the artist used a black plank as a canvas and how they chose to depict the pilot. They look like the type that works hard for their beloved family. Though the design of the spaceship is all wrong. Good luck flying that thing through narrow meteor crevices. I've been looking for a tray like this to use at meal times. It looks pretty easy to carry too. No more meals will be lost to the poorly placed wall. Alright, I have to like take a look at this. It is... Kurorin? Kurorin? Is that what it is? Is that what that logo says? Hold on. Oh, I'm looking now. Is that it? Kururin. Yeah, that would be it. Interesting. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Kuru. Kurukururin is a game where you play as a bird in a thin spaceship and you navigate through tightly spaced mazes while the ship spins. Also, it's on NSO if you want to try it. Oh, neat! I am interested, actually. That sounds cute. Also, birds. I'm gonna take a look at that. I've never heard of this game. Also, I'm proud of myself for being able to read that stylized... script. Okay. Next up is... this one! I can't tell what that is. This yellow plank, simply marvelous. The text upon it is indecipherable yet somehow moving. Could it be some sort of story? A masterpiece, I'm sure of it. How exasperating it is not to be able to read it even if as it sits here beside me. It's a bit unusual to call something a masterpiece before you read it, but I've got a good feeling about this one. I think it's meant for children, but is it about a boy or a girl? Hopefully both. It's been hard to please everyone in the audience at bedtime lately. The color of this thing reminds me of a really delicious fruit. Okay. Oh, I can't read that. Wait, Famicom... I can't read it. I can't- it's so small! It's so small, I can't read it! Anyway. This one isn't on NSO. Okay. Well, that's fun. Back to here. I'm MasaeAnela, not sure you remember me, but I want to let you know your Let's Plays and wholesomeness can bring light and abundant joy to troubled hearts. Oh, bless you! Thank you! Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I hope it has brought a smile to your face. Oh, it's Shin Onigashima? I don't know what that is either. I'm gonna Google it and I will look into it later, because Shin Onigashima. There it is. Oh, hey! It's like Oni Island from Okami. I mean, obviously this came first, but I recognize that Oni Island silhouette. Do you believe in psychic powers? You will once you observe this device's uncanny behavior. That is, it vibrates all on its own. Surely this is proof of that telekinesis, or yes, even psychokinesis exists. Did it just vibrate again? This machine is equipped with advanced vibration feature. The vibrations seem to be communicating in a vacuum, perhaps trying to reach out to its corresponding system, which has likely been lost to time. Who knows what the machine is trying to say, but it's telling me something about the sadness of abandoned technology. Dude, it's a miracle that this Joy-Con even still has battery. Makes for a great back massager. Okay, Louie. Oh, hey, here's the other one! The enigmatic object seems designed to connect to something. Or maybe to make a connection between two things. But what does it connect to? Or whom does it connect? Well, we can all agree that everything is better with connection, than without. Sharing is one of civilization's most important virtues. We share food, shelter, stories, and sometimes even checks. I can only hope this belief is held by the president of our company. I'd like him to share in the form of a holiday bonus this year. I mean, let's be real. Olimar kinda deserves it. Olimar has been shipwrecked so many times. Hello. Yeah, bird can come. I had peace for a little bit. And now Mifa is on her way to cause more problems. Look at all those buttons and a rotating nub thing. I'm not letting anyone else touch this. It's mine. Oh, okay. Louie claims red. I'm surprised he didn't like go for the blue one, because I feel like I feel like he probably would have liked the color blue better. He's usually more associated with blue anyway. Olimar needs a break. He really does. He needs a freaking vacation. Wow, it's a bird. It's a bird. Okay, that's good. I reached out for her and then she left a gift on the floor. So that is a message enough for me. Can you feel it? The creative energy that flows through this object is undeniable. The color, the curvature, the smoothness to the touch, they light up the right side of the brain, the side that governs the arts. Infinite imagined possibilities await. I don't have a creative cell in my body, but my daughter somehow avoided this genetic deficiency. When she's drawing, she becomes so absorbed by her art, it's as if she can't hear a word I say. That or she's just ignoring me. I have no idea if what she draws is any good, but the ability to focus on something so deeply is talent enough. Either way, her future is bright. Oh, bless! There's a ball hiding inside this thing for some reason. Take it out and you can't roll it anymore. So who remembers this thing though? Who remembers this particular piece of equipment? Date yourself. Show how old you are to everyone in chat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I definitely had one of these and I loved Mario Paint. I loved Mario Paint growing up. I would love to play it, but man, finding this equipment again, I know I have it somewhere. I didn't exist when this came out! Stop! Stop. I feel old. Stop it. Did you enjoy playing Pikmin 4? Would you say it's your favorite Pikmin game? I would say so. Definitely. I had a blast with Pikmin 4. I think it is my favorite, honestly. I could tell immediately by the colors it's for SNES, though. Yeah. That's kind of cool, though. That you can just take a look at this color combo and be like, that's for SNES. That's some good branding. Can we talk about that branding? Notice how resplendent the blue of this slab is. It's called cobalt blue. The pigment is extracted from ore renowned for honing one's intuition, intelligence, and reflexes. Yes, the more I gaze upon it, the more advanced I feel myself become. Space is a funny place. You can be using the latest in galaxy navigation technology and still find yourself lost in a sea of space trash. But that's life, isn't it? If you want to advance, you've got to be flexible. This also applies to settling marital disagreements. We had a nice break, didn't we? We had a nice break from the existential crisis answers. Oh, man. It opens and then it closes. That's pretty fun. Oh boy, at first glance, that thing looked like a toy brake pedal and accelerator pedal console. I was born in 1996. Didn't get to experience the SNES. That's valid. That's valid. I feel like I was probably on the tail end of it because, I grew up with the SNES because we owned it. But I also, like, very prevalently remember the N64 being around for just as long, basically. But both of my parents loved video games, so I just grew up with everything. Beauty soars to new heights here. This magnificent sculpture captures the form of a white bird gliding through the air. Ah, the wave bird! I see what you did! I see what you did there! But what does it mean? I say this isn't just about a bird, this is about freedom. Just look at it. It is freedom itself because it's not wired. I sort of see the winged aspect, but mostly this reminds me of a model spaceship I played with as a kid. The overall design is perfect for transcending all kinds of atmospheric barriers. Plus, it looks so cool. I see it as two rotating nubs, but it's unclear which one I should play with. There's something about that sentence that's upsetting. Moving on. The technology built into these specs is incredible. To begin, there's a filter in each lens that alters the light at the quantum level. Dimensions are converted in the process, and things you couldn't see that were right in front of you are revealed. Eye-opening. What your eyes might see is not an exact representation of reality. We can only see one part of the world within a narrow range of visible light. This magnificent device proves that theory. I'd love to show it to my kids one day. It would boggle their minds. Get Louie a fidget cube? He'd love that. Dude! Oh my god, Louie would like lose his mind for a fidget cube. I almost bought a fidget cube because I definitely am one of those people that benefit to have things in my hands to play with. But the last time I looked at fidget cubes was when they were initially like making the concept, and it was like, pledge $25 for this cube. And I'm like, I'm just gonna wait like, you know, a few months, and then I bet this thing is gonna be like $5. I bet this thing is gonna be like $5. Oh, I'm gonna look this up. How much is a fidget cube now? $7. $7. $10. Yeah. It seems as though the fidget cube has taken a large hit in value. Let's see. These would enhance any video game experience. Ah, I'm having flashbacks to the 3D era of video games in which literally laptops being sold with 3D capabilities. Everything wanted to have like 3D capability for their games for a hot minute. Speaking of video games, I say I absolutely adore Banjo-Kazooie and the Paper Mario series. Heck yeah, high five! Zelda, Metroid, and two extremely obscure games called Glover and Mischief Makers. Are those two obscure? I feel like most people know what Glover and Mischief Makers is. Not as many people have actually played them, to be fair. I remember Glover, and most anyone that I bring Glover up to, like, also recognizes it. Sorry, I'm looking at fidget cubes now, and my brain is like trying to come up with an excuse why I should impulse buy this. And I'm like, I wonder if Mifa would like to play with this. I wonder if Mifa would like herself a fidget cube. Totally not an excuse to, you know, buy it for myself. Anyway, continuing on. The implications of this technology are quite frightening. Not only does it broadcast music played by a musician, but pieces of the musician's own soul. We always knew that they put their hearts and souls into their songs, but this takes it to a whole new level. Uh-oh. I'm picky when it comes to music, but I'm fascinated by how a melody can perfectly capture a person's soul or even a specific feeling. I wonder what my song would be. I'd like to think it would sound bold and romantic and reflect my adventurous career. Maybe I should just write it myself. Ah, the start of every musician's career. Maybe I should just do it myself. I feel like that's like the start of every artist is just like, I want to see this. Maybe I should just do it. Me, when I wanted to be an author and I wanted illustrations to be in my book. So I'm like, what if I just like drew it myself? And then proceeded to become a visual artist instead of a writing artist. Do it, Olimar. You can do it. I climbed on top of the knobs. The middle one was the most comfortable. To use this mode of transportation, you must stand on the trolley and kick the ground to propel yourself forward. You can also sit on the trolley and push yourself along with your hands. It's more thrilling than riding a typical trolley, but also a lot more work. The ability to stay balanced is critical to exploration and space travel. It's okay to lose your balance as long as you can regain it right away. This tool is perfect for strengthening that skill. The only problem is I can't get it to move forward when I'm on my back! Oh no, dude. Whee! So fun to ride. Oh, I had one of these. An incredible invention. Oh, I didn't have it with the bling though. Look at that bling! Dang. That thing lights up. An incredible invention! These glasses block out things you don't want to see while letting you see things you do want to see. Is this a healthy way to view the world? I'm not sure it is, but I'm also not here to judge. These shutters make it difficult to see clearly ahead, so I'm not sure why they'd be found in a dark cave, and it's not as if they can be used as a proper hiding place. They remind me of playing hide and seek with my kids and pretending to not see them. Oddly difficult to see through. I have no idea what's in front of me. Do party glasses with lights actually exist? I'd imagine they do. I imagine you could like take that into a rave or something and that would, you know, with all the flashing lights and stuff. Love nugget! Oh, we're back to food! I don't know what it is about this fruit, vegetable, whatever it is, but take one bite and your heart is sure to heat up. I know mine does. Is it love at first bite, or am I just imagining things? This tasty red snack isn't quite a fruit. Yes, it is, but it doesn't seem like a vegetable either. I've analyzed it extensively, and whenever I think I've settled on the matter, I discover something new that calls it into question. This is why I'm not a scientist by trade. Exquisite balance of sweet and sour. The umami flavor almost doubles when cooked with meat. So, I have a question, chat. I have a question. I imagine Katagi might be able to specifically answer this. So, what is umami flavor? Like, I see the word umami getting like thrown around, and I'm like, okay, it's like savory, right? It's like a savory taste. But what specifically is that supposed to be? So it literally is just savory, right? The chickeny, meaty taste. Cause I always like see people refer to like salty foods as umami. Like, but that you just have the word salty. So it's meat. It's flavor, right? Like meaty flavor. For a while I thought umami was specifically like fish sauce. Oh shoot, I literally just went to Wikipedia and looked up umami, and the second picture on there is literally like a wall of tomatoes. So I guess tomatoes have umami flavor. It's a specific type of savoriness. Oh. Umami, or savoriness, is one of the 5 basic tastes. It has been described as savory and is characteristic of broths and cooked meats. Oh. Foods that have strong umami flavor include meats, shellfish, fish, including fish sauce, which is what I thought initially it was specifically fish sauce. Tomatoes, mushrooms, vegetable protein, meat extract, yeast extract, soy sauce. Okay. So it literally is just, like, savory. Tomatoes has glutamic acid, which contributes to the umami. I see. 5 basic tastes. Sweetness, sourness, saltiness, bitterness, umami. So spicy isn't on there, Corin. It's sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. And I guess spicy counts as something else? Like, spicy by itself isn't necessarily, like, a taste, maybe? That's the whole thing? Spicy, 5 basic tastes. Unlike the 5 basic tastes, sweet, sour, bitter, salty, and umami, spicy is something different. Spice provokes an immediate reaction, often triggering pain and numbness. Mmm. Oh, wait a second, hold on. Wait. Sorry, now I have found my way to Quora, which, you know, obviously the best source of information, what have you. But this is an interesting way to look at it. If you put sugar up to your nose, does it feel sweet? No. If you put salt in your eye, does it feel salty? Hurts, but no. But what if you took a chili pepper and did likewise? Same sensation on your skin or other sensitive area as in your mouth. Exactly the same. It's an action, therefore not being exclusive to the tongue with its taste receptors is not a taste or flavor. That actually, like, made it make sense in my brain. Yeah. So, like, since spice... technically, like, you can feel spice elsewhere on your body and it's not specifically limited to your taste buds, it doesn't count as a taste. I get it now, I still hate it, but I'll accept it. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting thought. I didn't realize that's what made it a taste, but that makes sense. Okay, well, we all learned something today, folks! I learned what umami is. We learned that spicy isn't actually a part of the 5 basic tastes. I don't know why umami has, like, suddenly been referenced so much in the past, I don't know, like, 3 years? More so than before this? I do feel like the word umami popped up out of nowhere and suddenly everyone's being like... yes, this umami flavor in this dish. And I'm like, umami what? There's no fish in this dish, dude. Hi, King Koran, welcome! Just got here, caught up on the stream on 2X. Heck yeah, welcome! Welcome to Masae's Pikmin stream, where the rules are made up and the game doesn't matter. The rules of this stream are kick back, relax, and we just chat about what's on the stream. Those are the rules. I haven't broken any rules yet. I feel like there's always a food tangent on these streams. Yeah, that's pretty common, actually. I feel like in general, I feel like I definitely have a lot to say, a lot to say about food. So that checks out, to be honest. Oh, Crush Nugget! These are the little cherry tomatoes. If a crush was a taste rather than a feeling, this fruit would be where you go to experience it. The feeling starts small when you take that first bite and think, huh, I'm not so sure I like it. But then you take another bite, and another, only to discover that you not only like the taste, but have come to love it. Suddenly you have a full-blown food crush on your hands. Just remember, many things in life are an acquired taste, so be sure to keep an open mind. I love little mini tomatoes. Cherry tomatoes are one of my go-to snacks. Aoife, do you want to say hi to me? I love you! Come! Come on! Yeah, step up! Step up! I love you! Please! I reached over to pick up Mifa so that I could hang out with her, and she walked up to my hand, put her chin on my fingers, and puffed up. She said, "I will not come to you, but you will scratch me." That is literally what she just said to me. She's being real sassy. Oh, that was full of sass. That was a power move. Literally just got T-posed on by my own bird. When I was a student, a girl in my class... Ooh! A girl in my class asked me to go shopping with her. It would have been rude to refuse, so I went. My friends kept hassling me, saying it was a date. It was so embarrassing, but come to think of it, my wife asked me out soon after that. I wonder if she was jealous! Aw, blessed be. Bless me. His wife definitely, like, saw that and was like, hmm? Yummy, but not very filling. This plant grows very fast, which makes it a joy to tend to for garden enthusiasts. It also makes a great snack. Isn't it nice when a thing brings happiness to your life in more than one way? I say those are the sorts of things worth keeping around. This plant grows so fast it reminds me of my own children. One day they are little babies in my arms, and the next day they sprouted up into fully fledged people. I have my wife to thank for that. She does so much while I'm so frequently away for work. These delights grow fast, but not faster than I can eat them. I'd be happy to prove it. I don't really care for bamboo. Bamboo is kind of like, it tastes a little bit weird to me. And is like I think it's more of a texture thing, personally. This gourd's selling point is a diversity of ways it can be eaten. Boil it, bake it, or fry it. It all works. Added bonus, when you stand it on end with the stem up, it looks like a fellow with a crew cut. I once saw a prototype of a spaceship shaped a lot like this. Unfortunately, it didn't fly straight. It just spun around in place. Examples like that are why I prefer a much more traditional approach. Being original for the sake of originality is usually a waste of time. Retro64 has sent a $9.99 super chat. Thank you! Rules? What rules? All I see is Pikmin 4 catalog and chill vibes. Possibly some chaos if necessary. I mean, the chaos does ensue very quickly. I'm not gonna lie. Thank you, Retro, so much for that. I appreciate it. I really appreciate that. I do like zucchini a lot, actually. Speaking of, that's what I had yesterday in my steak bowl that Brett made. It was very yummy. Stir fry over medium heat to get that melty inside and crunchy exterior. Why is Louie not a chef? Oh, right. He'd probably eat all of his own food and never make any money. Never mind. I answered my own question. This plant sucks the good things out of the ground it grows in to get its lumpy round shape. No, it doesn't look all that exciting, but I suspect the nutritional value is quite high. During my explorations, I found vegetables like this. I've never seen anything like them. This dark-dwelling vegetable stores all of its nutrients, nutritious energy in its roots. I think the name that it's been given, Child of the Earth, is very fitting. I think most of the nutrients is also, like, in its skin, to be fair. If you could meet one Nintendo character in real life, who would it be? Link. Just the classic answer. Classic answer, Link. I'll interview the heck out of him. I'm trying to think, though, because there might be, like, a better answer than that. But that's what comes to mind. I'm like, if I could just, like... You wouldn't have much to say? I don't care! He'd sit there and look pretty! Also, actually, I wonder if he can write. Can he write? Pretty sure he can write. It's fine. I just take him around and show him, like, the modern world and watch him freak out silently. I'm still fine with that. When left unattended, its leftovers will begin to sprout. I might try burying it underground to see if it takes root. Oh yeah, Skyward Sword Link talks! That's right, and he is sassy. Link in Skyward Sword canonically talks, and he's sassy as heck. Just putting that out there. This vegetable is tended to with the utmost care, doted on, you might say. You can tell by its exceptional flavor and its nutritional value. Yes, all the love given to it has turned it into a sweet and savory food treat, delicious and delightful. When my son was born, I was almost immediately worried about him, but it was different with my daughter. I sensed from the start that she was strong-willed and sturdy, a sweeter version of her mother. This daughter of the earth reminds me of her. Is he calling his wife not sweet, though? Hello? Yeah, I also don't really like sweet potatoes, personally. If I have a choice between, like, regular potatoes and sweet potatoes, I'll use regular potatoes any day. Hi, Mifa. Oh, baby Mifa's finally come over. Mifa's fine. Ow, okay. That's fine. She doesn't want pets right now. She's mad at me. Probably because I put her away earlier and I didn't get her back out. Bake in a hot oven until you can pierce the middle with a fork. Slather with butter while still warm. I eat sweet potato fries only when I have no other choice. I'll usually, like, not even eat sweet potato fries, to be honest. I'll usually, like, leave it alone. I understand that ancient literature from this planet tells of a noblewoman who used this fruit's rind as a carriage! Ah, yes, a noblewoman. Clever! Additional lore tells of some sort of midnight deadline and missing footwear. Literature is complicated. Large, and the size is right for retrofitting into some sort of vehicle. Maybe a carriage? But then what do you do with all the goopy insides? Flippantly throw them out the window as you roll away in your fancy new transport? Never! I am vehemently opposed to wasting food. Scoop out the flesh and bake to elicit a fruity, sweet flavor. Okay, Mifa's bitey right now. You can leave. I love how this stylish bean comes with its very own hard wrapper. It's as if it was made to be carried around and snacked on at a convenient time. It smells quite yummy too. Funnily enough, even thinking about having a bite makes me get quite thirsty. I don't need any special tools to break open the shell, and the fruit inside is edible. Cracking these open is so satisfying that I find myself getting carried away and opening more than I could possibly eat. Note to self, work on moderation. Crack open the shell to snack on the crunchy nuts inside. Don't forget to drink. These make you thirsty. I definitely, like, I don't know. It's weird to say, but I feel like I appreciate peanuts more now ever since I've started feeding crows. I don't even want to think about how many bags of peanuts I've bought so far, specifically to feed my little crow friends. Boop, boop. I'm told this strange fruit is called a foolish fruit. With its odd shape and silly hat, it does have a rather goofy air about it. Still, there's no need to make fun. It's perfect just how it is. The shape of this fruit looks a lot like my grandpa's face! Oh, jeez, dude, rude! It's so similar that if I were to name it, I'd call it a grampy face fruit. My wife always thought my taste in names was catastrophically bad, which is why she named both of our children. But I think this one has a certain ring to it. Can be grilled or sauteed, but I like it best when eaten raw. Isn't eggplant, like, really gross raw? Wait, isn't eggplant, like, stupid bitter when it's raw? Hold on. Please hold. Raw eggplant. I mean, it's safe. But isn't it, like, gross? Raw eggplant is revolting. Oh no. Yeah, I know that Tom had like a thing where he was eating raw eggplant. But I didn't catch that. Huh. I wonder what it tastes like. I had an eggplant casserole that slapped. Okay. Oops. Oh, we are moving on from food again. Even the blast from a rocket leaving a planet can't penetrate the shield. Its protective powers are so robust that after years of use by a battle-worn soldier, there's but one small scratch on the surface. A fine piece of vintage armor. Ah, yes, armor. I always forget how small you actually are. The first time I rode in a spaceship, I was a student working part-time for an interspace transportation company. The excitement I felt during that first launch was unforgettable. The iconic rocket engraved on the shield reminds me of that moment. Shimmers and sparkles in the sunlight. It's bewitching. I would like to see all of these characters react to a regular-sized human. Like, they're barely even like an inch tall. Imagine them seeing like a actual human. See how this shield is engraved with the image of a massive ringed planet? In ancient times, the ring was thought to be a curse that caused space travelers to forever end up right back where they began. But nowadays, the ring has come to represent a joyful return home after a long journey. It was also customary to give this shield to someone you love in hopes it would bring them home to you safely. You're just making stuff up now, dude. You're making up lore. When I was little, I'd look at pictures of the planets and imagine that the rings around them were roads you could travel on. Hey, Mario Kart! Of course, once I got into space, I learned that those rings are usually made up of dust particles. I've never been so disappointed, oh baby! A jelly donut on the verge of exploding. Did you know that satellites are highly vulnerable to meteors and other space debris? This shield was specifically made for space workers who protected these vital pieces of tech from damage. If this shield can withstand a blow from a meteor, it can withstand anything. Someone told me that when a satellite is decommissioned, some of its lights will start to blink spontaneously as it falls through the atmosphere. It's likely a glitch, but I like to believe the satellite's sending one last message before burning up into nothingness. Oh, morbid. Comfortable spot for a quick nap. I don't think that would be comfortable. It's literally metal. I don't see it. I don't see that. Emblazoned across his shield is an image of a hero beloved for leading the civilization into the stars. Soldiers who fought enemy life forms revere this figure the most. Needless to say, the shield is strong enough to be worthy of heroes new and old. The figure on this shield is wearing something quite similar to our spacesuits. That would mean these living beings must have looked something like us. I wonder who they were and what their faces looked like. Could they have been our ancestors who migrated through space to our planet long ago? You're tiny, my dude. Y'all are so tiny. The mouth is huge and trying to eat something. Floating cookies, I think. What a way to interpret it! Wait a second! So he's interpreting the face as like a big old mouth. It's like a freaking Kezu mouth. Okay, neato. To be a great warrior, one must be able to withstand not just one attack, but attack after attack. This small but powerful shield is designed to protect its owner from an onslaught of blows that land like a shower of shooting stars. Endurance is strength. I often encounter comets and meteors on the job, and collisions are bound to happen. I once had to make a crash landing for that very reason. I like to look back at those events as unexpected adventures, but at the time, they're pretty harrowing. Could be easily mistaken for some kind of jewel and sold for a hefty sum. I'd like to find more of these. Yes, Louie. Oh, we're here now. Okay, so we're on. Oh wait, no, I think this is the same group because it's like swords and shields. Yeah, now we're on to the swords. It is said that with this sword in hand, one can triumph over any enemy. It's also said that the blade was given this hue to inflame the warrior heart within. I must say my heart is beating faster, and yes, my blood has begun to boil. Yes, yes, let the battle begin! Even though it's awkward to handle, I assume it's a weapon of some kind. I like how lightweight and user-friendly it is, but I'm not sure how effective it would be against most threats. Either way, it's a lot of fun to play with. I like the way it looks when it's plunged into a fruit. Once again, Louie having pretty much the exact true intended purpose of the item in question. Louie is like teetering on the thin line between total idiot and intuitive genius. This sword is known for bestowing on its owner the power to make allies of forest spirits. You're making this up, dude! You're trying to be all sciencey. You're making this up. Clearly, it was given this odd green hue in anticipation of forest combat. The color does seem rather bright for any kind of forest that we know of, but maybe forests here are very vibrant? It must have been pretty hard to see this sword in the forest as it would blend in with the foliage. Applying apathetic coloration to a weapon is more than just practical, it's brilliant! I'm always amazed at the creative solutions that float around the minds of others. Looks a lot like grass. Oh no. Clearly, this ancient sword was forged in battle in some sort of an ice planet? Dude, come on, man. You're literally making all of this up. Just look at it. The deep blue coloring is evidence that it once had powers that worked best in below freezing temperatures. I could swear all of these eons later it's still cold to the touch. I visited a few icebound planets while discovering cargo throughout space. Based on my experience, I find it hard to believe that this material could withstand such a severe environment. I think it's likely this object was used for another purpose. It's fun to stab fruits with this thing. Didn't you say that before? Yeah, you pretty much said the exact same thing about the pink one. This sword was once wielded by a hero who stood on the battlefield, cutting down enemies. It said the sword's bold color drew the enemies in and distracted them. The hero made easy work of them as they stared, transfixed by his blade. This dude is trying to be super, like, scientific and stuff, and he's just, like, making all of this up. My dude, I don't think that's what a scientist is supposed to do, man. Just putting that out there. Snoz just looks at something and makes lore for it. That's literally what he's doing! My son used to have a toy sword in a similar color. He was obsessed with it and brought that sword everywhere he went, including the dinner table. That is, until I explained that it was dishonorable for a hero to attack a weaker citizen, wielding only a fork. Interesting color. I'll never have to use a fork again. This sword's sunny sparkle is sure to catch the eye of your opponent during battle, and that's your chance! As they blink away the brightness, thrust the pointy end at their weak spot and finish them! Cowardly? That's up to you. History is written by the victor. Yo, dude. Ruthless. Absolutely ruthless, man. With all these different colored swords, I assume that the armies on this planet color-coded their troops. An entire unit with matching weapons and uniforms would have been a sight to behold. I'm sure this color especially stood out. When a shaft of sunlight hits the handle just so, its beauty overwhelms me, and it's like I've been transported into a painting. Valid. Unfloatable boat. A rare and precious boat that does not float. It was once used to predict a village's future. If, by some miracle, the boat remained slightly buoyant in the water, it meant that the village had the approval of the gods. Sadly, the boat's shoddy construction makes that seem like a rather unlikely outcome. I mean, I don't think Snoz is a scientist. He seems more like a thrift shop owner. Yeah, that would be more appropriate, I think, because he definitely is just making up some really extreme lore. They say it's possible to float this unfloatable boat with the help of divine intervention. That sounds a lot like luck to me. I've had my fair share of bad luck, but at least I've been fortunate enough to survive. Anyhow, my chances don't look good. Thought I'd take it out on the water, but it sank as soon as I boarded. A sacred fish created to amuse and comfort the ancient gods. They would submerge the fish in heavenly spring, and while the hours away pretending to catch it and feed it. It would seem the gods had blessed themselves with way too much free time. I'm much more used to seeing fish painted in profile instead of from the top down. I suspect this is supposed to float on the water, but I'd be quite startled to encounter a fish like this under normal circumstances. I mean, there's like, it's kind of like a stingray slash flounder sort of shape, right? This fish is too hard to chew. Inedible. Is that one of those wooden instruments? Maybe? No, it's like tin on the bottom, and I don't see like... I think it's like a meal tin of some sort. Like, you know, those tins with the top that you can fold over, right? Like a temporary transport tin. That's what it reminds me of. Hey! Fidget spinner! Speaking of fidgety things, this object rotates with tremendous forces spun along its center axis. Just as its name implies, its design was inspired by the rotational structure of space. Much like with space, you're forced to ask yourself, where and when does it all end? The movement of the universe always seems slow to me, but it's a matter of perspective. Maybe the movement of this object is how a higher power perceives it. We are all so small in the grand scheme, I get dizzy thinking about the epic scale of space. Or is it just the space spinner? My eyes, they can't stop spinning. So fun. Say this is such a good stream idea. I was trying to think of like how we could have this content along with the series, but like, you know, I figured it would take way too long to read it all in a normal, like, you know, in a normal video sort of way. So I figured if anything, it would be fun to have it just be a mutual discussion where we sit down and trade opinions of all of these things. I'm really happy with how all these streams have turned out, actually. You can actually spin this, I think, like in here. Hey! Yeah, you're right! Action! Oh wait, I was pressing the button. Yeah, button mash! That's cute. When you mentioned getting Louie a fidget cube earlier, all I could think was his entry for this. Dude, he would die for a fidget cube. Someone put a great deal of work into crafting this particular replica of an avian creature. Clearly, each inch, each crevice has been infused with the sweat and prayers of its creator. But all that hard work and dedication is paid off. Behold, the aura that emanates from these folds foretells of great things to come. Perhaps happiness truly does arrive on the wings of a bird. Attaching an intangible wish to a tangible object seems to be a universal habit. I wish for my family's happiness, but haven't quite found the right talisman to attach to it. My family must be wishing for my safe return. I hope they have better luck. I believe that there is like a folklore myth thing in Japan where it's like if you fold 1,000 paper cranes, then you get one wish. I'm pretty sure that's where that block of text come from. I think it's 1,000, right? I'm pretty sure it's 1,000, and you get granted one wish. Not the most comfortable bird to ride, but I like its color. Once again, I feel like Louie would have been like, give me that to the blue Joy-Con and not the red one. A sculpture representing the charred skin cast off by the immortal phoenix. The red paper is clearly inspired by the color of its flaming wings, though immortality is an impossible wish for any living creature. This bird is imbued with a fervent desire for a miracle. This bird reminds me of a mythical creature famous for granting immortality to those brave enough to seek it out. I have no interest in living forever, or maybe the idea of risking my life for the sole purpose of avoiding death just sounds a bit wonky to me. Why not enjoy the time you have while you have it? Anyway, this is a nice shade of red. He just went on a big ol' rant. It's like, anyway, the color's nice. I was disappointed to learn that it can't fly. Shame. Oops. Hey, a golden one! This golden paper structure is molded after a bird known to invite good fortune. Laden with luck, it's sure to make many a wish come true. And the desires held within this universe are endless. This bird may spread happiness for a millennia to come. To have a charm that's solely devoted to financial luck comes off as vulgar and gives me an icky feeling. On the other hand, money is a necessity, and that's an inescapable fact. Well, there is one escape. More money. Wouldn't that be nice to have a bit more? He says as he takes this crane and puts it in his room. Maybe we could sell this for a profit. See? Louie has the right idea. Louie's like, luck? Pfft, just let me sell this and make something for real. These balls were an integral part of a ritual performed during New Year's festivals. Each ball was imbued with people's hopes and dreams, and if caught by the ritual pole, those hopes and dreams were bound to come true. What a joy it must have been to witness such a beautiful tradition. Whoops. I am deeply moved when I imagine ancient peoples entrusting this small, smooth ball with their hopes and dreams, then passing it down through the ages. It'd be a comfort to know that my dreams won't die with me, but will somehow transcend time. I bit into it thinking it was a fruit. Sadly, it's not. Dude, I would love it. Okay, hear me out. I would love it if there were like just like a teeny tiny little bite mark in this treasure, or literally in any treasure that Louie says, I tried to take a bite out of it. I would love to see like just like the smallest little bite mark in it. Yeah, this goes with the next item. It's that it's the catch ball game where you have to like try and catch the ball on this hammer. This ritual pole was used during an ancient festival held at the start of each new year. If the ball landed on the sharp end, the people's wishes would come true and they would dance in celebration. Though it's commonly believed that people danced either way. I'm so bemused by the idea of catching a dream, but it's difficult to achieve in practice. I still haven't been able to catch the ball with the spike upright. Perhaps I need to try an easier angle, but would that diminish the challenge and thus the quality of the dream? You may be able to poke something with the spiky part. Poke, poke. Made from paper, so impossibly thin, it appears to be the handiwork of a higher being. Be careful not to lose sight of this balloon. Despite its size, it can float along the faintest breeze. Just one gust of wind might carry it above the clouds beyond your grasp. Don't worry too much if it deflates. Simply pump more air into the top hole, and the original shape is restored. The material, though paper thin, seems to repel water. Such an inspiring creation. Only the most advanced civilization could conceive such a work of art. It's like a metaphor for both the fragility and durability of life itself. The sound of it getting crumpled up sends shivers up my spine. In a good way. Wait, I think Louie's just like commenting on ASMR right now. This is literally like Louie's ASMR is this ball. He's like shivers up my spine. In the good way. This portrait shows a half-man, half-fish deity worshipped by ancient sailors. He was known for being both kind and cruel. One minute he'd test the sailors by sending bad weather their way. The next he'd save them with a blast of air from his horn to their sails. Bird check. Bird is still good. I once had a trump card, a premium license given only to the first-rate space navigation officers that allows you to bypass the arduous license renewal process. But I'm sure I lost that qualification with this recent accident. Guess it's back to annual visits to a license renewal planet on the edge of space. The lines are always so long. I've always wanted to play the trumpet. What an unsettling portrait. Just look at that devilish face, not to mention that clown-like getup and that odd grin. What is he up to? No good, I say. No, there's nothing more unnerving than when someone smiles at you and you aren't sure why. Yeah, you're right. That is Joker. You'll never see it coming. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. The last surprise. Does true evil really exist? I can't say for sure, but I have seen a smile like this before. It often graces the face of the president of Hagate Freight, usually when he's asking me to work overtime. Unpaid. So I guess I can confirm that a true evil exists. Hey! Yo, that sounds illegal, Olimar. I like the look of this character. It seems like a fun companion. Of course you would think so. Of course these two would be like, oh, this is the face of true evil. And Louie's like, friend? I feel this in my soul? This symbol looks like a container of some sort, perhaps one that just contains life itself. I get a sense of vitality from it, almost as if the more of these you have, the more power you have to overcome adversity. But be careful, I'm sure they're not easy to obtain. Ah, I see. Some might look at this and see a symbol for life, but this treasure better represents courage. The two are closely related, of course. I see what you're doing. Power and wisdom also have roles to play, but without the courage to take that first step, your journey cannot begin. I see what you're doing, Nintendo. I see what you're doing and hiding it in Hero's Hideaway. I see you. I see you, Nintendo. I see you and your coy little references. I see that. The symbols remind me of mock bottoms. I'm hungry again. And then there's Louie. There can be no doubt that the symbol seen here represents power. Look at it. Everything about it screams strength. Surely in the right and even wrong hands, its power would be immense. Perhaps it's best not to approach it unless you have to. There's a physical power and then there's mental power. Anyone who's witnessed an argument between me and my wife, why? Why is it that every time you bring up your wife, there's something going down? Every time you bring up your wife, there's just some, like, asterisk of, like, even though my wife doesn't love me. Christ. Oh, anyone who's witnessed an argument between me and my wife could clearly see who's quicker on their feet in the heat of the moment. That doesn't bother me so much. I just wish I had the same fortitude and wit to stand up to the president. All I see are empty plates in need of some food. Wisdom emblem! I feel certain the shape seen here represents wisdom. Just look at its arching symmetry. It is elegant, but not ostentatious. Complex, but not overly ornate. It brings to mind scholars with noses in books and scientists working toward conclusions. Possessing wisdom isn't always a good thing. Sure, you can examine a subject from multiple angles, but you can also get stuck in a maze of thoughts. Am I envious of people who can just act on instinct without overthinking every last detail? Let's see. I don't. Maybe. Acting on instinct without overthinking? Gee, that sure does sound like Louie! Works well for a makeshift fan and even features a picture of salad. Also fans my appetite. Looking at these symbols all lined up, I feel my heartbeat quicken, and yes, I feel this rush of warmth that must be love. This kind of love says, cherish all things. Love yourself, love your enemies, love everything. It's a tall order, but I will try. If my travels through space and my time spent observing various life forms have taught me anything, it's that love can take many forms. Some creatures get the nutrition they need to grow their eggs by eating their mates. But that's an extreme example. Okay. Thanks for that, Olimar. I've had a lot of sweet fruits that look like the ones shown here. Money emblem. My mind wanders to a dark place when I look at these symbols. All I see are gemstones, and ill-gotten gemstones at that. Perhaps they're stolen jewels, confiscated by police, and laid out like this as evidence. The stink of crime is in the air. The love I feel for my family and the passion I have for my work are so very important to me, but so is money. Love and passion are all well and good, but you can't appreciate any of it if you go hungry, and you'll go hungry in this universe without money. Stop doing overtime for free! A collection of jewels such as this would sell for a lot of cash. I don't know what it is about these symbols that puts me at ease, but they do. Might be a good idea to hang this sheet up at the workplace when the stress starts kicking in. Of course, without stress, how will I get my work done? Quite the conundrum, no? In my line of work, it's crucial to stay on top of your to-do lists. When things are busy, it's easy to get sloppy and let things slide, but that's when consistency matters most. There's nothing like that rush of joyful relief you feel when crossing off a task. Looks like a veritable garden of crunchy sandwich fillings. Never change, Louie. Never change. Gold nugget! What can I say that hasn't been said 1,000 times before? Obviously, it's gorgeous. And oh, how it glitters. Still, it's not every day one gets to see a gold nugget of this size. Will the wonders of this strange planet ever cease? I certainly hope not. Appears to have the same composition as the gold on my planet. I've heard that some heavy elements, like gold, are created during rare collisions between neutron stars. But to think the same element exists on a faraway planet reminds me. Space is so vast. When I see this, all I want is more. True, I guess. Dice! Rolling the stone so that it lands on the specific symbol you want is no easy task. 12 sides is a lot of sides. Why even try? But when you do at last get the symbol you hope for, what a thrill! It's sure to keep you trying again and again. I've lived through some harrowing events, and the trick to surviving in space is to prepare for every possible situation. But this is technically and literally impossible. Sometimes you just need to roll the dice, hope for the best, and let the universe do its thing. Only useful when deciding between 12 or less options for your next meal. Valid. True, I guess. Go with the flow, totem. With this many sides, how is this totem not just a sphere? Give it a roll, and it seems like it might never stop. And when it does, well, there are so very many numbers it could land on. Does it really matter which one? Best to just go with the flow. Having to choose 1 out of 20 possible scenarios during a voyage through space would be an object lesson in randomness, and very unfortunate. On the minuscule chance it should ever occur, the only solution would be to throw your hands up and laugh. Fun to watch because it rolls so well. I like how they have them all on the nat 20s. Can we talk about that? It really is just like 20, 20, 20. I wonder if I can roll it from here. No, I can't. That's sad. This mysterious stone is quite heavy, but once it's rolled, it's relentless in its pursuit of fate. 6 sides and 6 paths await you. Where the roll lands, so goes your life. Now, can you master the work of art that is your fate? When I gaze at the stone, I can feel my fate being forecasted. It must know what's going to happen to me. I'm sure it sees that I'll be hailed as a brilliant visionary and brave explorer when I return to Hockatate. Oh, wishful thinking, my dude. I'm not sure which is luckier, 1 or 6. This tool can be helpful once one finds oneself faced with an especially hard choice. Simply roll this stone and leave the decision to fate. But when the roll ends abruptly, would you like the decision fate picked for you, or will you wish you decided for yourself? Oh, that's existential. Oh no. While exploring, I'm often faced with a difficult question. Which way do I go? North, south, east, or west? A tool like this could be useful in those moments. Of course, one roll would be too random. It'd be best to roll it 100 times and take the average result. Spoken like a true number brain. Climb at your own risk. Ow. Oh no. Ouch, though. Wait, I have dice with me on my desk. Since we have completed the dice area, I will roll one of each of these kinds of dice. So we had a D12, a D4, and a D20. Let's see what it is. I'll roll the D12. I got a 10! I'll roll the D4. I roll a 4! It's pretty good odds, actually. I got a 19 on my D20! Yo, today's my day! Wait a second, today's my day, though! Alright. Cool. Happy. I'm happy now. Didn't roll a 0, so unfair. I mean, I was very careful. I didn't let it fall off of my desk because I don't want to get up. I don't want to fish for my freaking dice. Don't waste your luck. Save it for D&D. I mean, I have another week to recharge my luck, I think, question mark. I'm good. The citizens of this planet once wished upon this luck wafer for a long life. You see, the strange bird pictured there is said to live a very long life. Additionally, the bird seems to be facing a supernova, the final stage of a star's existence. To live for billions of years like a star does. One can hardly imagine it. Hold on, I actually want to fact check that. I mean, birds typically do live very long lives. But, this is likely a sandhill crane. Sandhill crane Lifespan. Sandhill cranes live approximately 20 to 30 years in the wild. And up to 80 years in captivity. Yep, there it is. Red-crowned crane? Oh, I got the wrong crane. Red-crowned crane. Yeah, that actually looks more close. My bad. They look similar, though. Lifespan. Same thing. 30 to 40 years in the wild. And up to 75 years in captivity. It is one of the longest living species of bird. Woof! Hey, Mifa, are you gonna live 80 years? Oh, you actually stepped up willingly this time. How about that? Do you still love me? Do you love me again? Hi, Becca! Welcome, welcome. Hi, Corin. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat, Corin! Were the numbers on the D20 incorrect, or was I seeing things? Hold on. We can check that. So, let me get out my D20. Where is my D20? Okay. D20. Hold on. 16, 15, 19... I think it is, actually. Hold on. Wait a second. Closer. 15, 19, 16. And then here's my D20. 14, 8, 2. Yeah! Yeah, you're right. It totally is wrong. Wow, that's a good eye. It didn't even, like, occur to me to even look at that. It's a spin down die rather than a proper D20? What does that mean? What's a spin down die? These are used for counting things, like turns passed. Oh, really? Oh, so it's a counter and not an actual, like, dice. Huh. 17, 16... It has been down 20 to 17 R, but after that it's 1. 20, 19, 18, 17... Oh, so it's literally just wrong all over the place. Well... Good try. Okay. Back to Hanafuda! I hope to one day celebrate a high-numbered birthday, but I don't think there will be any large birds in attendance at the party. Just think of how much trouble they could cause. If space has taught me anything, it's to plan for the worst-case scenario. Yo, that would be like my best birthday party ever. Dude, I want a birthday party in which like, it's just a party of giant birds saying hello, getting like my own little personal petting zoo for a day for large birds, or going to like one of those like falconry places. I would love that. That would be like the coolest birthday party ever. Sorry, Mifa, I still love you. Mifa is also mildly upset at me today, so I'm sure me talking about other birds won't help. The bird looks like it has a lot of meat on its bones. No! No! Stop it! Starting school, getting a new job, people in ancient times prayed to this luck wafer at moments of big change in their lives. Flowers do bring to mind new beginnings, so it makes sense. We all want to blossom, don't we? Springtime always reminds me of the day I moved out of my parents' house. At first, everything was fresh and exciting, but I quickly realized that life on my own was a lot harder than I expected. I also realized I should thank my parents for all they've done for me. Puts me in the mood for snacking. The ancient people of this planet used this luck wafer during wedding ceremonies. They did so because the moon is the object one stares at when one thinks about someone they love. Or at least that's what I stare at when I have love on my mind. Alas, at this very moment, I have no one to think about. Oh, baby. Oh, Snoz. Sorry, dude. When my son was little, he thought the moon was just a powdered donut in the sky. He would cry and cry, I want to eat the moon! Apparently, I was the same way. These days, he loves to look at the moon through a telescope. Guess the apple doesn't fall far. Aw, cute. Aaron Bundy has just left a $1.99 super chat. Thank you! Geology rocks, but geography is where it's at. Boo! 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 White and round. I'd eat it. Yo, I want a donut so bad. I want a donut so bad. I've been trying to cut down on sweets recently, but man, I have the hankering for a powdered donut. The ancient people turned to this luck wafer when things weren't going well for them. It served as a reminder that no matter how much it rained, the storm always eventually passed. And the same goes for bad times. These too always blow away on the breeze. I love rainy days. They're the perfect time to catch up on paperwork, relax a bit, and dream about my next big adventure. That is, if I have any energy left after entertaining my kids who can't go outside to play when it's wet. I'll take what I can get. Reminds me of the time I lost my lunch after drinking some rainwater. Ew! That's a great way to get parasites. I'm happy to know that Louie canonically has parasites. Wonderful. Good job, Louie. I've heard a story about a company that was in decline, but when they hung this wafer above the entry door, their performance shot up from the ashes like a phoenix. Maybe if I hang this picture, it will light a fire under my appraisal business. Maybe this object would help increase productivity at Hogtate Freight, so would a better spaceship. Maybe it's my fault. If I stop miraculously surviving such dangerous situations, the president might realize we need to upgrade our equipment. No, dude! That's not how that's supposed to work! That's not how that's supposed to work. Oops. I bet this piece would sell for a lot of money. Nodders. Very good. Hey! Wait a second! I'm pretty sure... Have we? Have we done it? Oh my god, I think we've done it. We did it! We've reached the end! We've read 239 treasure catalog entries. How about that, friends? How about that? Incredible. I'm gonna take a look at them all, too. We've done it! It only took 3 streams, y'all! It only took 3 streams. I should update the thumbnails for all of these so that they show different things. I just realized I have never really done that, but, probably should. Now for the bestiary, I know, right? I feel as though I've made such good progress, but man, I imagine the bestiary is gonna be very large as well. Here we go. Yeah, look at that. Hey, remember when I thought that I'd be able to, like, tackle all of this, treasure catalog and the bestiary in one stream? Also, I hear something. Oh, can you guys hear that? It's playing the audio from the game. Hold on, I'm gonna boost the Elgato a little bit. That's cool! Yeah, it's playing the audio from both. That's neat. I like that. That's cute. And we have these light up glasses, skateboard, and music. Oh, Nature's Candy series. I don't know if that's a good name for this bunch because none of these are particularly sweet. Yeah, I did listen to the music boxes. We did that when we got to it. I think it was last stream. Sword and Shield series. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful array of swords and shields. Toys of Giants. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Oh, and all of the cards. Oh, and the gold! That feels like a play on, like, Vegas vibes. Even though we had, like, proper chips earlier, still feels like Vegas vibes. Aw, and all of our dice! Look at that! Look at that dice. Very cool. Hands of Fate series. I find it weird that there's 3 of each sword, but only 2 pink ones? Wait a second, I actually didn't even notice that. Hold up. Oh, you're right! You're right! That's weird! Interesting. Okay, folks. We've spent 2 hours going through the treasure catalog. I think we're not gonna, like, actually go through the Piclopedia, but let me take a peek in here. Yeah, let's take a quick peek in here and see how much we have to go through. Okay, so yeah, we have 125 Piclopedia entries, so that's very much a lot less than the treasure catalog. And yeah, they do give me Dalmo's opinion of things too. That's pretty cool. So, maybe I can tackle this in 2 streams instead of 3. Yeah, I think we're gonna go for 1 or 2 more streams depending on, how long it takes me to get through the Piclopedia. But, for now, since we have finished the treasure catalog, we're gonna wrap up the stream now. That's it. That's all we have for the stream today. We have more on the way for Pikmin 4. So that's exciting. I'm pretty stoked about that. I don't know when we'll be doing it because the next 2 Saturdays are very close to holidays. Yeah, the next Saturday is the 23rd, and then the Saturday after that is the 30th. So, you know, it feels a little bit squoze in between. Hey, no chew on wire. So I think the next time we do the Piclopedia reading, it might be in the new year. Pretty sure it'll be in the new year when we start doing more of the Piclopedia. So we'll take a little break now that we've tackled the treasure catalog. But thank you! Thank you so much for joining me for these silly little streams. I have been really vibing with these Pikmin vibes. I've been very, very much vibing with this. That doesn't mean that I'm not streaming until the new year. It'll all be Twitch streams from here on out. I'm definitely not done with streaming for the new year, but specifically for Pikmin, we'll hold off until we are less cramped around different holidays. So thank you guys so very much. I really appreciate you all. I'm looking forward to more Pikmin shenanigans, as well as more Super Mario RPG, which a new episode has gone up today while we were doing the Piclopedia stuff. So if you are still in the mood to watch things, Let me grab this link and blast it up into chat right now. Because I literally finished this right before I went into streaming. So, oh, you know what? BrettGB already has it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cute Spider, I'm so sorry. We are literally just wrapping up right now. We've just finished the treasure catalog. And our next Pikmin stream specifically is going to be in the new year. But I will be streaming on Twitch throughout the next couple of weeks. But hello, welcome, and thank you for coming. All right, everyone, that's where I'm gonna sign out so that I can go and grab some dinner soon. Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys next time. Probably, most likely on Monday. Probably on Monday. But otherwise, have good holidays, y'all, and take care, okay? Bye-bye!